What's up, guys? Today we're going to be doing a brake job on the clapped Gixxer. If this is your first time here, welcome. If not, welcome back. So today we're going to be going with the SBS Dual Carbon racing pads. Got a little Tygon tubing. Got to cut off the old one that I've got here. I recently added some Vortex clip-ons and now having some issues with this being a little too short and this not being exactly where I want it. So we're going to get that situated. Going to be taking the EBS Road Race pads off, which have been great, and then we're going to do a little flush with some Motul 660. So the last time I was out at the track with this bike, I had my rear sets adjusted a little further forward, and you can see over here on this side. So my shifter linkage, this space right here was a little bit too close, and I was having a really hard time getting my boot up underneath there. So what happened was, going into turn 1 at Eagles Canyon, I went from 4th to 3rd to 2nd, and then going from 3 to 2. Didn't quite make it into 2nd. I didn't let 3rd reset all the way, so false neutral. Ended up running off the track, dumped the bike, very low speed, but check out some of this damage here. Did a little scratching, nothing too bad. I'd say the worst of it, honestly, was right here, cracked the fairing just a little bit, but it'll be all right. Didn't really get too much of anything else. But yeah, she has officially been dropped. My first drop, definitely not my last. Glad it was super low speed. Everything was fine, we're good. Picked the bike back up, checked it over, fired it back up, hopped on, rode it off, hosed it off the best I could. I still got chunks of mud even inside the sliders here, but hosed it off and did like 3 other sessions. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna get these pads off real quick, do the pad swap first, and then we will bleed the system. All right, let's take a look at these old pads. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. We still got some pad. Still probably a decent amount of life left on these. Let's see. Looks like they wore pretty well. Here, let's see if we can get a better view here. Yeah. Let's compare that to the new pads. All right, so here's a side-by-side shot. How much pad life we have left versus this new pad. And to tell you the truth, I don't remember how much pad was on this EBC Road Race. I don't know if it was significantly thicker or not. Quite a bit more on the SBS. So these road race pads, I want to say 6 or 7 track days with these. So they survived quite a bit, and I brake pretty heavy on the front. Very impressed with them. Lots of bite. You know, they are centered pads. Good bite. Never really noticed any kind of fade with them, so I was very impressed with them. That said, the reason I want to try these carbon pads out, not being centered pads, the bite is significantly less, so they're a lot easier to modulate. With these, they have a much more progressive feel, so you really have to apply some pressure to get them to stop. That being said, this allows you to trail brake a lot deeper into the corner with more precision, and there's zero fade with these carbon pads. And they work really well with the stock rotors, so they keep heat to a minimum, not a whole lot of warping, anything like that. It's a lot easier on your brake fluid, just a good way to go. But I hear they're terrible in wet weather, like not usable, and they're definitely not street rated. Just a little side note, I did change these pins the last time I did my brakes. Highly suggest doing this pretty regularly, just to keep them from getting notched, and it's such a cheap thing to change, so why not? Big shout out to Pirelli for these Super Corsa SPs. So these are the street compound version of the Super Corsas. I've had, like I said, maybe 6, 7 track days on these, and they still have, I mean, I don't know if you can see the wear bars there, they still have tons of life. Good grip, So they've got the street compound in the center there. You can kind of see it. And then on the outside, it's got the SC3 compound. So when I go to replace these, I'm definitely going to go just straight up SC3s because this bike doesn't see any street use now. But if you're using your track bike as a dual purpose street bike as well, these tires are freaking awesome. You will love them. These are the V4s, by the way. So while we've got the calipers off, I'm going to go ahead and hit the discs with some brake cleaner, and then I'm going to lightly sand them, and then I'm going to hit them with some more cleaner. All right, we're gonna get all that nastiness off. Now we're gonna prep the surface of these rotors for the new carbon pad since we're changing material. And one more round of brake cleaner. Here we go. I'm not sure if this is supposed to come off or not, but it came off the other side, so I'm gonna just wipe it off this side. I can't tell if that was some kind of coating or paint or what, but it flaked off the other side pretty good. Well, I guess it wasn't supposed to come off. Whoops. Oh well, we're taking some of it off. Well, that looks terrible. Now we're going to torque everything down. Caliper bolts are 28 foot-pounds of torque, and the pad pins are 11. There we go. Check that top one. There we go. Pads are on both sides. Already built some pressure with the lever, so we're good on that front. I've decided I'm not going to torture y'all with a video of me flushing the brake fluid and changing the Tygon tubing, so let's go bed the brakes. I guess we should probably take the tape off before we go out on the road for a little street test. All right, let's do it. Also, if any of you guys know how to get this thing to lock so it's not rotating, I just put these Vortex clip-ons on and this thing's rotating. I gotta get that situated before I do a track day. Please let me know in the comment. Let's see if we can get these things bedded in here pretty quickly. Sketchy though, because last time I rode I was at track pressures and we've had a crazy freeze since then, so I'm probably running like 20 pounds in the front, maybe 15 pounds in the rear. Oh, I love these clip-ons. Man, I cannot emphasize enough how awesome these clip-ons feel. That's pretty much gonna do it for this evening. Oh, I just love this bike so much. I know I get super excited about things, but I gotta say, these pads feel incredible. Just in that few minutes of bedding these things in, I can tell the level of control and just overall feel is unbelievable. I didn't have any issues with the EBCs. I really liked them. They serve their purpose well, but these just feel like they're on a totally different level. I gotta say too, these Vortex clip-ons, just insane. The amount of difference that aftermarket clip-ons make compared to stock clip-ons is unreal. Like, doesn't even feel like the same bike. Oh, I can't wait to get back out there. Anyway, if you're still with me, thanks for watching, and see you next time.